All my life, I've imagined princesses to be beautiful, sweet, caring, charming, and always, always, by the end of their story, they receive their happily ever after. I've never seen myself that way. I consider myself a totally average person. But today, that is going to change, because by the end of this journey, I will become a fairy tale princess. Now, you might be asking, how is this possible? Fairy tale princesses and fairy tale characters are only in books or on movies. Well, there are hundreds of companies all over the country that specialize in bringing these characters to life. One of them is Ever After Events, based right here in the city of Pittsburgh.
My name is Lilia, and I'm the owner of Ever After Events. Some of the services that we provide, we do, of course, birthday parties. We do a lot of events, and I always try to do volunteer events still, especially for children with health issues.
To become a fairy tale princess for Ever After Events, you have to go through a 3-part training process called Earning Your Crown. Phase 1 is basically what you would do for any normal type of job.
We do an online application, an audition video, and a Zoom interview. During phase 2 is when you will really learn everything about our company and the characters. So that's when you're assigned a certain character and you will learn everything there is about that character. During phase 3 is when you're evaluated on that character. So for you, we will be doing a photo shoot.
The process to becoming a fairy tale princess is kind of tough. There's a lot that goes behind it that I don't think people really realize. First thing is every fairy tale princess has a unique story. Each fairy tale princess has characters that are part of their story, and they each have a unique relationship to that character. And with that, each princess has likes, dislikes. They each have a different way that they walk, they present themselves, the way that they walk into a room, the way that they pose for a picture, the way that they talk, the way that they say hello. One princess might say, "Hello, how are you?" One might say, "Hello, how do you do?" There are so many different ways that each princess is so different.
So going into phase 2 of earning my crown, I have to do a lot of research on the fairy tale character that I am specifically portraying. Mine is the Scottish princess, so I thought with, all the things that I'd have to research for her character, I thought maybe I'd be looking at textbooks about the history of Scotland. I thought I'd be going online and learning more about the culture and more about the music and all these different aspects. But my research is actually a children's book that is less than 20 pages long and a movie. That's it. That's all I got. It really wasn't so much about the research as it was just practicing. So taking the time to watch the movie every time and watch it multiple times to get all the different names down and the dialect down, that was the most important part. And then also having the makeup and working on the actual appearance of the character. Overall, it was a fun process, but there was definitely some moments that were a little bit harder for me. So I'm getting ready and preparing myself, which comes with this corset. Practicing walking in it, practicing sitting in it, which let me tell you is harder than I thought it was. And it hurts. It hurts quite a lot. This corset is an illusion. It's the way I want my body to look. And I think what's gonna be hard is it's not wearing it, because I can deal with the not breathing as well. But I think it's gonna be harder to see myself after I take it off. As I grew up, there was all these little things of like, oh, you should try doing this, oh, you should try doing that. And my excuse was always was, I'm too fat. I'm too big for that. I haven't been okay with how I look since I was a preteen, honestly. And I have a hard time with seeing myself in these pretty dresses and these beautiful things and not see myself and find that I hate myself in them.
I think everyone has insecurities about themselves. And I totally have insecurities about myself. And princessing, I think, is one way where I do find confidence. Going to a party and making a little kid smile or inspiring a child brings me confidence because I see them becoming happier. I see them feeling better about themselves, for just a minute.
What does the whole idea of being a princess mean to you?
I think what being a princess means to me is having a story. What that story means is that it's a story in which you are confident in who you are. And it comes in all shapes and sizes. Doesn't matter where you've come from, what you look like. You've had a story. You've had struggles, you've had successes, you've had failures. You've been beaten down, you've been brought back up, but you've had a story, you've inspired, and you're here to tell it. That's what makes you a princess. And yeah, it comes with the kind heart, it comes with the courage, it comes with the bravery. But I honestly do believe that when you're a princess, you're confident in who you are, and you're here to share that with everybody.
So it's been a few hours after the photo shoot, and you can obviously see I've taken off the outfit, the wig, I've taken off my makeup, I've taken out my braids, I took a shower, and it's given me some time to kind of think and analyze about the entire experience. There was something that Kat had told me, which was once you put on the full outfit, you're a different person. I did not believe her until I did it. When I put myself into the wig and the costume and the makeup and everything, and it was all done and put together, I was the Scottish princess. I wasn't myself anymore. I had a lot of fears and worries, and it seemed to all melt away as soon as I put it all together. There's always something magical that happens when a princess is in the real world. And for us, that was a special partner that came on to the photo shoot with me. Her name is Cowgirl, and she is a horse. I am slightly scared of horses, so it was very interesting to see that I was not scared in that moment. I was just a princess, and I was ready to take on and tackle any sort of obstacle that came in my way, which was the horse or working with the dress. I was ready for it and I was excited to do it. So that leads me to my big question, what makes a princess? At the beginning of this film, what made a princess to me was it was someone who was practically perfect, somebody that you would look up to and see this amazing person. That's not all what a princess is. Sure, a princess can be beautiful and sweet, but it's not really what's on the outside that counts. It's what's on the inside that really makes you a princess. It's your attitude. It's how you go about your day. It's caring for others and giving back to others and being sweet and kind and understanding of others in your everyday life. Being a princess is understanding that you have faults too. And if something bad happens or if you fall over, it's about getting back up on the horse. It's an amazing and a freeing thing to realize that these expectations that we think of, they're not totally accurate, they're not totally true. You are who you are, and it's how you present yourself every day. You don't have to have a crown, you don't have to have the pretty dress, you don't have to be skinny, you don't have to be perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect when it comes to being a princess or human in general. If you were perfect, you wouldn't be human.